Good morning, good noon, good afternoon, and good evening everyone. Welcome back to Gunpla Show. Today we'll have the review of the Core Gundam Real-Type Core and Marsfour unit and the Marsfour weapons. So before we start, please don't forget to like and subscribe and push that notification bell so you'll be notified for my next videos. Thank you! This is your Core Gundam in Real-Type color with everything it comes with. So before we go to our main review, let's take a look with the 360 view of our Gundam Real-Type color. This awesome Gunpla is from the Build Divers Re series Season 1. So first, we'll take a look the aesthetics and designs of the Core Gundam in the Real-Type color. But the comparison for the Core Gundams will be in my next vlogs, because I will have a summary vlog for the Core Gundams from the Earth type, the Marsfour, the V2, and the Jupitive Gundam. So we can have them in a summary vlog. So let's proceed. So now we will take a look the aesthetics and the designs of the Core Gundam in Real-Type color, because if you want to see the full review of the Articulation, you can take a look in the Earth 3 Gundam full review here in the cards up there. So just click there, because as we can see, the Core Gundam of the Earth 3 has the same articulation of the Core Gundam in Real-Type color for the Marsfour. So first we'll have its design and a little bit of comparison of the Earth 3 Gundam's Core Gundam. So first, in this part in the torso area, instead of having something grayish part, we have a black matte color. And then in this part in the chest, instead of yellow, we have an orange. And up there in the clear part, instead of green, we have a yellow. And at the skirts, instead, if we have yellow, we have orange. And then next is this part of the waist, instead of having a red, we have a maroon or a dark red. And in the chin, we have a maroon also, and also in the forehead, instead of having red in your Earth 3 Gundam or in your Earth 3 Gundam's Core Gundam. And in the crotch area, instead of red, we also have the maroon color. So instead, in the grayish part area of the Earth 3 Gundam, in this Core Gundam's Real-Type color, we have all black or a matte black. So at the back, instead of gray, we have the black parts. And then let's go for the stickers. In the stickers, we only use in the camera forehead, and we also have in the eyes. Let's take a look if we can focus that in the camera. Okay, that's it. So, and then another one, the third part is in the back camera of your Core Gundam Real-Type color. Okay, for its accessories, we have first your beam spray gun. So it's the same on how to attach the core gun into the Core Gundam. And we also have your great shield. And again, please be very careful on how to attach the shield, because you know, on the Core Gundam of the Earth Gundam, we have the problem on how to attach it, because the guard of your hand is very easy to detach like that. So please be very careful, do not lose it in the black hole. So there it is, it's safe. And next one is your beam effects for your beam sabers. And your beam sabers are attached at the back of your backpack, and it's very secure because it's very hard to pull out. And oh yeah, that's it. Now just attach it, and your beam effects in a flat beam saber. It's a flat beam, and it's still the same. Just remove that rifle and put that beam saber in the hand of your Core Gundam. And again, please do it in a vertical way, not in the horizontal way, because how can you slash an opponent if your beam saber is in a horizontal way? So again, it must be in a vertical position. Okay, so that's it for your beam sabers. So next, we have your additional attachment or accessories in your backpack, and it is still the same with your Core Gundam of the Earth 3 Gundam. So we can have this part which you can get get the peg of your shield and attach that peg on the attachment also to your backpack, so can secure and put the shield in the back of your core Gundam when it's not used. That's it. And again, it's very awkward in that side, but in back and in front side it's okay. Okay, so that's all for your core Gundam real type color. Now let's go to your Marsfour unit. So that is your Marsfour unit with stand, and before we go to its review, let's take a look for its 360 view. If you reach in this part, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified in the next videos. Thank you. Okay, so that's the full 360 view of your Marsfour unit. But before we start a review for this Marsfour unit, we need to add first our Marsfour support weapons, and here it is. Wow, 3 big swords. Okay, so these support weapons will complete your Marsfour unit, and together these Marsfour weapons, it has this attachment or additional things for the attaching your Marsfour weapons into your Marsfour unit, and also for your customization, so you can add these additional things or additional attachment for your different Gunplas. So you can also add your Marsfour weapons to your other Gunpla units. Now let me show you on how to use this additional attachment together with your Marsfour weapons support weapon. Okay, so that's it. That's how it looks to use it into your other Gunpla kits. So to attach it into your Marsfour, you need this attachment. Okay, so now we need to transfer the weapons to this attachment so that we can use it into your Marsfour and to your Marsfour weapons. Let's go. So that is the formation of your Marsfour support weapons to attach it into your Marsfour Gundam. But we need to attach this first into your Marsfour unit. So, okay, another disassembly. So let's see on how to attach the Marsfour weapons into your Marsfour unit. Okay, so that's it. Your complete Marsfour unit with the Marsfour support weapons. You have your 2 swords above, your another sword at the side, and your axe as a tail of your Marsfour unit. So it's just like with a horn, and it brings all the weapons for your Marsfour Gundam. So your Marsfour unit has the same basic parts of the Earth 3 unit. Your Marsfour unit has more pointy parts, just like that part, which is that is exactly the shoulder of the Marsfour Gundam. So it's more pointy than your Earth 3 unit or for your Earth 3 Gundam. The different attachment of the legs, the front skirt, the arm guard, the back skirt, the shoulder part, and the arms has the same places and they has the same parts of the Earth 3 Gundam. And I think it will also have the same parts all for your V2 and your for Jupiter Gundam. So let's just see if it is also the same for the next vlogs. And the sticker that is used for this part is only in the front of your Marsfour unit, and the rest has no stickers. Okay, so that's it for your Marsfour unit. Now let's have the combination of the Marsfour unit and of your Core Gundam. So now let's go. So that's the step motion transformation of your Marsfour Gundam. Wow, it's a very amazing and awesome kit. Now let's take a look for its 360 view. Okay, so that is your full 360 view of your Marsfour Gundam with your Marsfour support weapons. Okay, so now let's take a look for the design and aesthetic of your Marsfour Gundam. Okay, so before we go to that, I would like to compare or to have a little bit of comparison of the Marsfour Gundam and to the first Gundam, which is your Earth 3 Gundam. Wow, they're so beautiful together. The red and that blue one. So as you can see, your Marsfour Gundam is more pointy than your Earth 3. We can see it in the V-fin. The V-fin is much more longer than the Earth 3, and if we compare the height, the Marsfour is much more taller than your Earth 3. And that is because of the design of their feet or the sole of the feet. As you can see, the Marsfour has a claw-like design of the sole. So as you can see, there is a difference in height. So next, okay, so now let's go for the differences of the designs. With the V-fin, it's very different, as you can see. So it's more pointy, and but in the chest part, it's the same, but it's just in different colors. In your Earth 3 it's blue, and in your Marsfour it's red. It has the same design, and into your skirts also has the same design but different in colors. In your back skirts, the same but in different colors. And the feet, it's very obvious that it's in the same design but in different colors. And in your shoulder, the first part of your shoulder is the same, and the difference is the pointy part only. In the Marsfour, it's upward, and the Earth 3, it's only horizontal. In the arm guard, it has the attachment of the claw, and in your Earth 3, it has also it only has a hole for the attachment of your shield. But in your Marsfour, you have this claw-like attachment on the arm. Okay, oops, sorry. Wait for a minute. Okay, that's it. Okay, so let's continue. Ooh. For the backpack, your Earth 3 has its usual backpack, but in your Marsfour you have those four, or I think it's three sword. So there is another difference in design. Is as you can see in the lower part of the leg, there's that white part. It's downward in the Earth 3 and it's going upward in your Mars 4. And as I said, your Mars 4 is more pointy. And the sole, it has a claw-like structure in your Mars 4 and a flat-like shoes in your Earth 3 Gundam. And in your leg part, it has the same design but just in different colors. Yes, it's just the same. Okay, it's the difference is just that white structure at the bottom of your feet. Okay, so go away Earth 3. Now let's focus to the Marsfour Gundam. Now let's go to the articulation of your Marsfour Gundam. I know they have the same core Gundams, but it has now a little bit of limitation. Just like this one, you really need to fold the hand in order to have the 360 rotation. And the main con for the Mars 4 is that very big claw attachment in the arms, because when you want to fold it horizontally, yikes, that's it. It will collide to your shoulder part, to that pointy shoulder part. Okay, so if you really want to have a nice and not colliding the shoulder part and the arms, there is one way, which is you really need to fold that something claw-like. Yes, because without the Mars 4 weapons, that is the only weapons for your Marsfour Gundam. So that's it. And in your skirt, it does the same problem, which is very easy to detach. Okay, so that's the two claws of your Mars 4. And again, it's very pointy because it's really used in combat, in near combat mode. Okay, so in your torso or in your waist, still it has the blockage of your crotch area. It can't do a 360 rotation. Your head still has this chicken neck, as what we call it in our builders. We call it chicken neck. We can also do the 360 rotation, and your legs can also do the 360 rotation. Okay, but I'll just be careful within the other part of the legs. Okay, at the bottom, this same, it has that insane articulation, very insane. And another part, this same in your Earth 3 Gundam, we have this kind of articulation. Oh, yeah, that's it. It can fold like that. Freaky, but it's awesome. Just be careful because it's just a ball and a joint. Okay, it's a ball joint in that part. So that's it for the Marsfour Gundam, and let's do the split. It can do 100% split, but it can have a steady split like that. So, and it has an attachment or a hole for attaching the stand on the peg. Okay, so next, at the back, you have your support weapons. So let's have a little trivia for the support weapons. As you can see at the back, it has 3, but actually you have 4 weapons at the back. But if you combine those weapons, you can only have 2. Okay, so let's try and check the different weapons or the different support weapons of your Marsfour Gundam. Let's go. Okay, so I just detached the weapons from the back so we can discuss it easily. So I would like to have that big one. Yes, this big sword. It's much more bigger with this one. But this sword is not only one because it is a 2 weapons. Okay, so the name of these weapons are your heat reeve sword and your heat Rev axe. Okay, so in the anime version, you can see in this side that it is glowing yellow or glowing orange, and also in this axe, in that part, it is also glowing in yellow orange or reddish orange, like that, because we can combine these two to make the hard hit Rev sword. Wow, a very long sword with a very long name. Okay, so in the anime, it can glow because it has a hitting power, which in that part it will glow into yellow or orange, a yellow orange or a reddish orange. Okay, so that's it for your hit Rev sword and hit Rev axe, and when it combines, it will become a hard hit Rev sword. Okay, now let's go to your another support weapon. Okay, next we'll have these two blades. Yes, it's called blades, which, yes, it's a blade, even it's like a sword. Okay, so let's have this one first, because it's just the same. So in the anime, and according to the information I get from in the internet, that part is what you call the beam generator, which in the anime I don't remember that it was used to shoot, because according to the information, the beam generator can shoot beams. Okay, according to the information, but because that is a beam generator, it can also have a beam sword. Yes, a beam sword. This beam sword attachment, but yes, you don't have to use that, because according to the instruction, you cannot use that yellow part, because in the anime also, it's not yellow beam sword, because it is the pink one, which come from your Earthly Gundam. Okay, well, what happened to you, Bandai? You included the yellow beam sword, but we need to attach the pink beam sword. Okay, the pink beam effects. So that's it. Because of the beam generator, it can have that beam saber. So it has more longer reach, which you can stab, and then the blade, which you can slice. Okay, so again, because it is two, and the other weapon can combine, these two also can combine to make it more bigger. But before that, let's check on how to attach these two. So it has a hole. It is specific that the other one can attach to the above part of the other sword or blade. As you can see, there is some hole right there, which the other one doesn't have. It means that the hole with the blade with the hole is the only one who can be attached at the above of that blade. So you can attach it in like that way, that way, and let me see if we can focus it in camera. Okay, that's that part at the center. You can see there is some peg there that you will shoot that hole in the peg. Okay, so like this one, just be sure you can hear some clicks, a little bit of a click, so that you can be sure that it's attached correctly. And that's it. Wow, it's very big. Now it's much more bigger than the other sword from the first support weapon that we have discussed earlier. So it's more bigger, and the name of this sword will be the Over/Blade. See, it's more bigger than the other one, but it's awesome. Okay, it's a very awesome, and it's a very unique weapons that you can combine. And let's see, and let's try if the Marsfour can handle these two weapons. Okay, now let's try to attach the blade or the sword, the hard hit Rev sword, to the Marsfour Gundam. And again, please don't forget that you need to have Sorry. So be careful again, because again, the arm guard of your core Gundams is very easy to detach. So please be very careful so that you cannot lose it in the black hole. Okay, that's the term we use in the as builders when we lost something, goes to the black hole. So wow, even it's very big, the sword is very big and very heavy, the joint of the core Gundam or the Marsfour Gundam can handle that big sword. So now let's go to the other hand. Again, we really need to detach the arm guard first in order to attach these big swords to your Marsfour Gundam. Sorry Marsfour Gundam, you need to lie down first so that I can carefully attach your arm guard again. That's it, and done. 2 swords. Okay, you can see that 2 swords, but still your Marsfour Gundam can handle those 2 swords, 2 big swords. Okay, and there's no declining on that joint. It's very strong. Bandai, hallelujah, I praise you. I praise you. Very, very good. Okay, so we can have those different poses. Again, just be careful for that skirt. Let me try some pose so that I can show you that Marsfour Gundam can really carry that 2 big swords. Yes, that's it. That's it. And that claw, yeah, that claw still still colliding with the shoulders. So again, just be very careful. And because of the health of the joint of your feet, you can have different poses like that. Even if put the swords in the same way or the same area, some of the kits goes down in that kind of position, but the Marsfour is really standing even having that position. Very good. That's your Marsfour Gundam with the Marsfour support unit in a full 360 view in that very nice pose. Okay, so just another thing, just be careful with the shoulder armor, because that's what we experience in your Earth 3 Gundam. It's very loose, so let's try to check if it is also loose. Okay, up and shake, 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 shake. Wow, shake more. Okay, shake more. And it's secure. It's very secure than your Earth 3, because in your Earth 3 it's very loose, but your Marsfour, it's very secure. So Marsfour is very good, and that is the remaining parts of your Marsfour unit. And I see some attachment that your core, your beam spray gun and your shield can be attached at the back, but don't be so secure because that attachment is not solid or not a secure connection. I just forced that to get inside, but no damage to your beam spray gun and your shield. Okay, so that's it from your another connection from your support weapons, your beam sabers, which you can only use for your core Gundam and for the beam saber of your Marsfour Gundam, but you cannot use that in your overslash blade. Okay, because you need to use the Earth 3. So that's it for your Marsfour. You have your hard hit reeve sword, your overslash blade, the remaining part of your Marsfour unit, the extra connections for customization, and the beam effects of your Marsfour. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel, the Jake De La Paz, and the show is Gunpla Show. Thank you so much. Good morning, good noon, good afternoon, good night, because it's time to sleep. Thank you and bye-bye. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And hit that notification bell so you'll be notified for my next videos. Bye-bye from Marsfour Gundam and Earth 3 Gundam. See you again.